The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Victory. His name is Wanye.
Yeah.
His name is Wanye Thomas. We ain't gonna talk about sitting down and just congratulations.
Get down, Junior.
Yes. Welcome to the show. It is Victory Monday. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza, outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it's 58 degrees. The high is 69.
Hey.
The low is 43.
Kurt,
it feels like 46.
You fell for it, Jeff.
One way.
You fell for it, Jeff.
One way
He
there.
fell for it. He fell for it.
Don't let him get you, Kurt.
Got him.
Got him.
He got my boy last week. I couldn't let him.
He was on
Right.
him. This is Nate. That is Shannon.
That is wipe him out.
You don't know what I'm wiping off.
It's Kurt 3 posts. Chris in the back. Keeping
Yes.
it live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us,
sir.
when we speak.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. And gonna have some wings on Wednesday.
Yes.
Wing drop. Just in time
Flavor
for
drop.
Thanksgiving.
Flavor drop.
Flavor drop.
Flavor drop on Wednesday.
Speaking of drop, mic drop. We said weird things happen in Washington.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that was fun. Let's
Was it?
win them all.
Was it?
fun.
It was 3/4 of a dud.
The last 2 minutes was
The-
fun.
Kyle Yeoman
It's like the movie Unforgiven.
Kyle Yeoman tweeted
Whole
out a
thing's boring
picture,
to the very end.
and the score was 13-9 with 5 minutes left to go in the game,
Boy, did that change.
and it ended 34-26. The last 5-6 minutes of that game was nuts.
So, before we get into the game, Kurt,
Yes, sir.
overall thoughts on. By the way, congratulations. You know what? We're just going to give it to Nate
Yeah,
and Mo this
go ahead.
week. They finally, Nate and Mo had it by one. We just will disregard that last touchdown. Outside of that,
We won. That's all I care about.
Josh and Anthony both missed it by 5 total points. Josh was really close. He had 31-28. And
Oh.
Anthony had 29-26. So,
That was pretty close.
good job.
Well, I love when the Cowboys mess up the draft show. I just love it. They're messing up the draft show. Oh, messing up you too.
I said I'm okay. I didn't say. Hey, my words were.
That's a fan.
Don't
ain't
you
it?
put
That's
words
a
in my
fan.
mouth. My words were, I'm okay if they lose. That was fun. If we're going to win like that, let's win. I'm okay if they lose.
See all these
but now they
butts.
done screwed it up. So now
Yeah.
they can't even get that right. Like they done screwed up my draft pick. They're gonna be around 12 to 15. So just win them all. Just make it interesting and run it out. All right, Kurt, thoughts on the game?
Loved it, man. It was exciting, crazy, bad for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they got that win. They needed it.
We got to find us a word when games go like that.
Drunk.
Yeah,
Drunk.
That's a good one.
They played drunk.
Drunk.
Nate, overall thoughts?
Man, y'all know me. I'm excited. You know, I'm
Your guy,
ready,
your
man.
guy you've been talking about for 2 years, got some
that?
playing time, and he looked really good.
Who is that now?
Awesome.
Oh, no. Austin got some last week. He got some when your boy kept jumping outside. You get 4 penalties.
Yeah.
And then you get 3 of them. The left tackle got 4. We got 4 penalties, and the left tackle got 3 of them.
And
Come
one
on
of
now.
them seems like it's really easy, right? You just look to your
look
right,
to your right,
and go,
yeah.
if I can see his
Two of them
ass
now.
crack, I need to scoot up a little bit, right?
He got 2 of those.
I know.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Like if I'm looking at the V in the back, step forward one step.
Wow.
If I can see the crack, I'm too far back. That should be the bottom. If you can see the crack, you're too far back.
Break the huddle. He needs to be. If I can see the crack. Take
too
a
far.
step.
Yeah,
Too far
too
back.
far back.
And the ref said he wouldn't have called it, but the wide receiver was in.
Yeah. That's right, because the wide receiver lining up on the tackle. So if he way back, I got to line up off him. But you know what?
Wow.
For Guyton, he got to lose those sleeves. Got to lose them. Like, that's it. Like, first of all, your reputation already precedes you. Coming into the game, they're looking and go, their left tackle. Mm-hmm. And coach is going to say that. Coach will be like, hey, this left tackle, he's holding. Watch the holding.
Watch those flags on his arm.
And so now you put those bright blue sleeves on. You put those sleeves on. Now, even when my eyes are kind of like rotating and looking to it,
it goes back to the.
I see the sleeves.
Arms. Yeah.
So if I catch it late or I catch it, oh yeah, that look like holding.
Didn't Belichick make receivers wear different colored gloves depending on who they played, so you couldn't see them
I don't
grab the
know.
jersey? I think I
He
heard
talked
so.
about that on his show where he asked guys to match the colors.
Oh, the jerseys.
Yeah.
Like the receivers, that way they could grab and pull,
Yeah.
and you couldn't it'd blend in with
But
the
a lot
jersey.
of receivers didn't go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, overall thoughts, Jesse?
Um,
Some good stuff,
there was
some bad stuff. Sloppy
I guess
stuff.
I think I'm gonna go with Kurt and say it was a dud for a long time, and then it got real wild. And for our sake, I do way too many shows, but for show's sake, for content creation's sake, we needed this.
Yeah.
Yep.
We needed this because
Yeah.
it's. I'm going to be honest with you. It is difficult. Like, we actually have to come in. Not actually, we have to. We get to come in and talk about this game, and we don't have to fluff. Like, we don't have to find fillers to buy time because you're like, man, I'm tired of talking negatively about the team. But that's all we had for the last 5 weeks. And so now it's like it's they needed it. As a business, as content creators, we needed it. And so it feels good to come in here on a Monday and to be jubilant and to have something good to talk about. And we'll break it down throughout the week. It's a short week, but it feels good to come in here Monday morning and be able to talk about your team and the positives of getting a victory.
T.J. Bass, Cooper Beebe, Brock Hoffman, for the most part, kept a clean pocket so them tackles can run them around. And
What did you
Yeah.
think, though, when you saw the starting lineup? It was two
Oh,
rookies, two
Doom.
backups.
I was ready. All week long, that's all I talked was these guys. I said a little short prayer for my right. I'm serious. I'm like, he don't need to play. I mean, you can either let him get halfway healthy so he can help his team down the stretch, or you can continue to beat him up and not get nothing.
Me and Zach Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, and then your left tackle was becoming. He's still your best player, but he was getting banged up. They was falling on that leg every week.
Your
You
left
just see it in
guard.
the game. Yeah, your left guard.
Tyler Smith.
Yeah, just falling on his leg every week. You got to sometime as a coach. I'm telling you, offensive line coach, go to your head coach and say, "Hey, man, if we want to be better down the stretch, if we want to have a chance at being successful down the stretch, my two guys are getting beat to death. They are beat up. They are literally beat up. Don't let them continue." So when this happened, to answer the question, when this happened, I was pumped. I was pumped. When they said they was leaving Zach home, thank you. Because if he had got to that field,
He was playing.
he'd have went out there and jogged, it'd have been over. You know, and the young kid, he's still into the program. You know, trainer can go to him and he can say, "Hey, man, you don't need to play." And he's good with that Tyler Smith. And I was just good to see these young guys have some type of success. And I'm hoping we can probably get another week out of them now. But this dude they finished, Dexter, it's a different animal.
And you know, we've kicked Michael from Pittsburgh in the butt, a lot this year.
Yeah, well, I was speaking to all the coaches over there. They say, "You seen Jesse?" I said, I ain't seen Jesse.
But for the most part, Mike put together a good game plan. Like, this was a good game plan. He stuck with the run. Rico had his best game so far. And it was, to your point, Nate, he didn't set these young guys up for failure.
Yes.
Because if you were going to those 5 and 7 step drops, eventually Payne and Louvu and Fowler, they would have gotten to your quarterback. But they put it in a place where the ball was coming out lightning quick. I mean, if you check the numbers on that, Kurt, I'm sure that you would see that his from snap to release was probably some of the highest in the ball getting out of his hands. And that's a credit to Mike McCarthy's was he understood time of possession. He understood having a balanced attack, running the football. Let's give these guys an opportunity to be the aggressors and not just always catching guys in pass protection. And then when we had to pass, also staying ahead of the sticks.
Yes.
Not finding yourselves on many 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, 3rd and 11s, but 3rd and manageables, 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3s. Now you've opened up the playbook for tight end passes, for receiver passes, for running backs to still handle the ball. And I think he did a really good job with that in the game plan for Cooper Rush.
I got a question I've been wanting to ask you this. Some of Cooper Rush throws look terrible. Is something wrong with him physically?
No, so I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Cooper doesn't have this strong arm.
Right.
And we go back to the stat that you've been bringing up for a couple of weeks, Kurt, is the tight window throws, right? Because the receivers, for whatever reason, aren't creating much separation. And it looks like Cooper is trying to put so much behind it.
Okay.
So the ball's coming out weird. It has that little floppiness to it because a lot of his passes, now, he's more of a touch guy. Like, if he can layer it and touch throws like that, that's what he's really good at. But he doesn't have that arm where you see him can drive or throw into there. One, for an example, and credit to CeeDee Lamb, he threw the one to CeeDee Lamb where CeeDee had to come back between those 3 defenders because that ball was going to be intercepted. It was going to be intercepted.
And somebody, we're going to be like, well, another one added to the injury report because he was lined up for disaster.
And CeeDee, jumped in front of that guy and made the reception. So I think he's just trying to put so much mustard on it that it's coming out weird. Yeah, I saw the same thing. I was like, he just don't have a strong arm.
Go look at 2 things on the Cowboys Instagram feed from the game. One is pregame, the little spin move Turpin did to break the return. He was doing that in warm-ups.
Oh, really?
Go look at their Instagram feed. They've got a picture of him out there on the field, and Fossil's like coming from the right, and he catches one over his shoulder, and he does a little spin move, which I was like, okay, maybe he's been working on that. And then what you talked about, they got a pass from the end zone with Cooper Rush, and that ball is just ugly.
Yeah.
The one to Schoonmaker, and he didn't have anybody around him or anything.
He's just trying to put so much mustard on it because he just doesn't have a strong arm.
Yeah.
You were proud of the little guy? Made you feel
yeah.
Good? Made you feel good,
man. Made me like, it's like, okay, that made up for those little B hands, those little weak fingers that he's got. All that power's in his legs, in his lower half, man. He's exciting though. I mean, I think the big thing for me was like this season has not been fun. That was fun, even though it was. And I think we talked about it on the show. Like, are you okay with losing? And I think the young guys needed this, right? They had a lot of young guys that played really good. The secondary, I thought, played really good. I thought the offensive line. You had a lot of this could have been one of those games where it could have been 55-3. And it felt like it was going to be 55-3 the first half. It was like, because you just felt like Washington was going to kick it in and they were going to figure it out and you were never going to get going. And Cooper Rush had a good game. I think there were a lot of positives, and it just reminds you why it's important to win. Like, one, it gave you that feeling of like, oh, this is what it's like. We forgot what it was like, right? Oh, you beat a division rival on the road that you weren't supposed to win that game, and you could see, the dejection in their fans' face, and it's like, oh, yeah, this is fun, right? Yeah. Football is fun again. And I think it's like what you guys said, as players, like, okay, let's see if that's contagious. Like, you got the Giants coming in here on a short week. You probably should win that game. And if you do that, you break this jinx of them winning at home, right? Losing at home all year. And then
next 4 opponents all have losing records.
You could Cincinnati's
4
the
out
only
of the final
one.
6 are at home.
I mean, you should
I'm
be.
telling you, we're going on a run.
You should. Think about it. You should be favorites against 2 out of your next 3 opponents.
I love condescending Kurt. I love condescending. I love condescending Kurt right there.
They should. They could. They can win the next 4.
But that
You can't even say that straight.
Well, look, I mean, seriously, look who
You
they're
can't even say
playing.
it with a straight face.
3 of the
man.
next 4 at home against losing opponents, and the 1 road games against the Carolina Panthers. So come on, man, let's go.
Who narrowly
Oh my
were
goodness.
defeated by the Chiefs.
What a crazy weekend,
It took a field goal at the end of the game for the Chiefs to win that game. So,
Titans won. The Cowboys won.
yeah, it was just another drunk weekend.
Oh my goodness.
Another drunk weekend, man. But I get that there's fans out there who are draft minded and draft conscious and pick. And sorry, I'm not.
Sorry.
I never will be. I never will be, because at the end of the week, the reward that you want for putting in the hard work is a victory.
Yeah.
And, I get guys that saying, well, the better draft pick will be better for the future. Yeah, I don't know what my future holds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm supposed to be there, right? I'm supposed to be here for the next couple. I'm supposed to be, a long-term guy. But listen, this game is a brutal game. This is a brutal game. And in one play, and it's done.
Could be all over.
And it's done. You know what I mean? So the time that I get out here, I like that time to be victorious.
And I think another thing is, you hear the rumors of, oh, this team doesn't care, and they care. They went out there and fought. They played.
You
and
have
they,
enough.
They haven't given up.
Young players on this team who, and I don't want to take away from their fight, because it was evident in places. You have enough young players that played in that game that had no choice but to fight. Mm-hmm. Josh Butler has no choice. T.J. Bass and guys like Schoonmaker. Like, some of these guys don't have a choice, right? Deron Bland's good player. He's looking for a contract too. Don't have a choice but to play good. So these guys are going out here. Chauncey Golston, who's been a really good player for this Cowboys, played him back outside of natural position. He's looking for a contract. So you have some guys who are playing. It's twofold. It's I'm playing hard because I want to make sure that I'm putting out good film for me, and in return, you have some guys that's like, dog, this is my opportunity. I don't know how many more of these I'm gonna get, and while the getting is getting, I need to go out there and get it. So you had enough guys going out there doing that, and you couple that with your Micah Parsons, you couple that with your CeeDee Lambs, that makes for that good, that energy and that good mojo for a team.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the game, get everybody's thoughts and opinions, and tell Jesse, remind him that he missed his stat of the week again. Third time?
Third time.
Oh, boy, did he miss it.
And he got. I thought he died.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he died. I said, oh, he's done.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, more football. Hanging with the boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together, we cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt,
Yes.
swing by your local 7-Eleven like I did today, and none of y'all want it. Don't you touch my cookies.
I'm not going to touch it, man.
And grab your favorite items from the roller grill. Then enjoy a big gulp.
Oh, big gulp, son.
For just 89 cents. Valid at participating stores. Fill up and get ready for game day. Chris,
Yes.
how's your, what did you call it, Kurt?
Glizzy,
Hot
Lizzy.
dog.
No, you didn't call it a hot dog in the break.
Yeah.
Kurt goes, how's your glizzy?
It's funny.
That's good.
Actually, I have not had my glizzy yet. I was waiting
No?
for this segment, so here's my
There it
glizzy.
is. Look at that.
My glizzy.
And your big
guess
gulp.
what? You got me a big gulp,
There
too.
you go.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Bite your glizzy on
Say what?
Eat it on the
Let's see you eat your
Eat it on
glizzy.
this-
Oh, no.
I'll put some-
Chris, don't put that on film.
Okay, here. We're going to go like this.
By the way, they had a whole table full of cookies. I had to get.
You're a child, bro. You just
How many did you
solid. You're just you can't resist temptation.
2 for $1.
Oh, I just got one pack there.
Yeah, they're good though. They're really good. Salted caramel is the flavor that I went with. Really good.
I can see you looking
The
at me
glizzy's good.
like ooh,
good.
cookies.
I was
I
like,
know.
oh, what can I get here? I don't want a hot dog. I already ate lunch, but so there you go. And none of y'all wanted anything. I can't believe it. Can't believe y'all didn't take advantage of my kindness.
We taking advantage of Mr. Jones over there.
Oh, all right. Back to it. What do y'all want to talk about?
Let me
so much fun.
let me go here because I love a good story.
Okay.
And
Give me a good story.
Josh Butler. What a good story. Like what a freaking
Tell everybody
good
about
story.
it for the folks that don't know.
So
yet.
Josh Butler, he's been on the practice squad for a year and a half, right? He just got elevated last Monday. But if you remember, and I was reminded of this today, there was a story. He went to Michigan State. And sidebar, stop getting Michigan, like University of Michigan players. Get more folks from Michigan. Get more Jordan Lewises of the world. Get more folks from Michigan, but not the university. If that makes sense.
That makes plenty of
Give me
sense.
some Detroit folks. Give me some of them blue collar Detroit, Michigan people.
Right.
Just not from the university.
Right.
Okay.
Jordan Lewis went to Michigan.
I know, but he's from
We
Detroit.
don't need
He's
you to.
from
The
Detroit.
only thing to it is the
That's why I
10.
said, give
Josh
me
Butler's
Detroit.
from
Give me the
Mesquite.
state of Detroit.
He's from Mesquite? Oh, he's from Mesquite. Well,
Same difference. Same difference.
Same
difference.
I'm sorry, I have
Same
a sounder
difference
for that one.
It's all good.
For everyone from out of town, that's in Texas.
Mesquite,
like
Texas.
20 minutes down the road.
Josh Butler's birthday.
That's
It
not.
is his birthday, yes.
Happy birthday, Josh.
But
But
not just a piece of wood.
he went to Michigan State.
Mesquite wood.
And if you remember the story, on senior day, he walked out on senior day with his 2 dogs because both of his parents have passed away. So on senior day, he had his 2 dogs. They walked out. It was a really beautiful thing. Then didn't run well. He ran like a 4.7 at the combine and ended up in some other leagues that he played in, like the Michigan Panthers in one league, and then he went over to the USFL, and then he signed with the Cowboys.
The Michigan Panthers are in the USFL.
Oh, okay, USFL.
He acted first, by the way.
What was he in that movie? All American.
Yes, it was a TV show, All American.
He was in.
that.
He was in
Yes.
All American. I was getting to that. That was coming.
Well, that
after
was
the football.
before he went
I know,
to
but I was getting the
football.
football stuff.
But Chris,
out
you
the
want
way.
to tell the story?
No, I just want to make sure your timeline's right.
Chris is back there with his feet
Yeah.
kicked up on the
Kicked
chair,
up
his
in the
glizzy in his
glizzy.
mouth.
That's just getting this all wrong.
Swings his mic
This is
over.
a good
Josh,
glizzy,
You want
brother.
to
This
start
is a
over
good
so you can
glizzy.
be in
If you want a
in
good
the order.
glizzy, go to 7-Eleven, okay?
Either way, Josh Butler took a trail. It wasn't a clear shot to the
Right.
Cowboys, and like I said, he was on the practice squad and he got his chance, and he took full advantage of it yesterday. He was aggressive. Now you don't want your DBs making 12 tackles, but I do love the enthusiasm.
You do want him to tackle,
I
though.
do want him to tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy that they left at home took note to the guy that was out there actually tackling. So it just was a great story. I love a story of perseverance. I love a story of just never say never, never die. Keep fighting for your dream. And he got an opportunity out there. Now I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if Trayvon Diggs be ready to go this Thanksgiving, and now that pushes him back to the bench. But for the moment that he had, I think he took full advantage of it. And listen, he there was no juice left in that fruit when he was done with it.
Was it weird? Was it weird that they left Zach and Trayvon at home? Because you usually travel unless you have like a bad injury, right? If it's a game time or like day of decision,
it's so short. Sometimes it's to your advantage. You just get that
treatment.
The treatment 24 hours
with the short week and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was more to it or what. Because
when I read that,
I'll tell you guys off here.
Flash.
Okay.
When they news flash that.
I like me a good old off-air story.
Good old
By
off-air
the way,
story.
before we talk more football, can we comment? It dips below 68 degrees one day, and Nate's got a knit cap. Him and Everson both walking through the building with knit caps on, drinking coffee, long sleeve shirt.
I'm from Florida, and I don't care what you say. I ain't going for it. Now, Everson is right from Texas, but
Who were some other young guys? Because there was a lot of positives and a lot of guys that got chances that took advantage of it.
Deron Bland picked up where he left off. That was good to see that there was no
much drop off.
Yeah, much drop off for him. So that was good to see that he was out there.
Speaking of offensive line, they did a pretty good job yesterday.
Yeah,
right?
they just played hard. And like Jess said, Coach McCarthy kept them with some manageable stuff. And of course, ain't none of us in here blinded. You're gonna have games here where you fight. Mm-hmm. This is what I've been asking for the whole season. Just fight. Just gain experience. And fight. Learn. Tyler Guyton. Learn. Tyler Guyton. Learn.
What's going on with him? Like, what's going on with the in and out of the game that he was doing, that they were doing with him? I should have
asked Mike. Coach, what you doing?
Like, did he get pulled because of the penalty and they benched him? But he went back in the game later on.
Yeah. Was it a shoulder? Because he had problems with his shoulder, right? Like, is it
another body part? I wasn't gonna say it's a shoulder, but
I don't know. I gotta dig around for that. But I tell you like this: just keep playing hard. I just think you can't figure the game out because, like you say, first 2.5 quarters, it was ugly. But then the game it picked up. So, but they played hard. Mm-hmm. We finally gave our defense a rest. They didn't have to come out after 2 series in the third quarter. We usually open up 2 series in the third quarter, opening it up 3 and out. This time we didn't do that. So
we talked a lot about Quinn was going to embarrass us, and all those Washington guys were out for it. Maybe our defense was kind of like, hey, it wasn't just a coach last year. Do you think there was some of that in the play as far as playing hard and all that? Some of that was a factor?
I'm going to tell you who did play hard for them. That darn Armstrong. Every time he turned around, he was up in somebody's
and he was letting them know, too.
Yeah.
Hey, remember me?
Man.
Y'all didn't want me.
Yeah. He was bringing it, man. He played well. But, just keep playing hard. That's all. I gain experience. Learn from your mistakes. Tyler, come on, man. That's my guy that we need. He's a first-round pick, and he needs to play better.
When does it start becoming mental for him? Right, because
4 games ago.
Okay, because now is he looking over his shoulder now? Because for every penalty, they're gonna pull him out the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can mess, you can mess with the kids.
That. If
you
they
can mess
doing
with
that,
the kids mental like that. Like every time I mess up, you pull me out. Now I can't play free.
Right.
I'm playing cautious. I'm playing a little bit hesitant. Now, lining up in the backfield, that to me is. That's you.
When they told you we're going to call this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's you. And I'm sure the referee, first of all, if anything is done the way I think it's done, as far as those meetings, you come into the meetings, and usually like a guy like Bones files, so that it's designated to someone during the game week. They come in and they say, all right, here's our officials of the week. And this group,
Here's what they call.
they call this majority of the time. And that group was a group that called the illegal formation, that tackle not breaking the waistband of the center. So to have that note being told to you in the week, and you do it not once, but twice, and I'm sure at some point in time, the ref was probably like, hey, big fella, all right, now, move up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the refs usually kind of
they give you a warning.
They kind of give you a warning. Like, all right, big fella, like, come on now.
Big fella, you got to move up.
Well, it looks like Richards is going to be out for a bit, so high ankle sprain. So
And then Steven
Yeah,
said
I-
on the fan when I was driving in that they were asking him about certain guys and, hey, are we going to see, Zach Martin? And they listed a few guys, and he said yes to most, and then to Zach, and I think it was Jake Ferguson. He said we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah,
what
he said
happens.
last week he was unsure. He's like definitely not this week. Probably won't see him next week for Thanksgiving because of the short turnaround.
Yeah,
and that's probably why they left. They left Zach, was to Nate's point, is
get treatment.
Because I don't need you standing up on your ankle. You got two
Yeah.
bad ankles. Let's get off of them. Let's get round the clock treatment. Let's get you right, so that hopefully, if to Kurt's schedule point, these next couple of games, if we get through New York, now we got. Things get a little bit interesting.
Super Bowl, baby.
I
We
wouldn't say
were
that much.
three. We were three for maybe 14 or 12 on third down, or 4 or something. Look that up.
I got you right here, Playboy.
By the
Hey,
way,
keep talking.
Nate liked to point out. He did point out a good point. Jesse was right on his stat.
Tell him again, Nate. Tell him
Jesse
again.
was right, because what was the stat, Shannon? That
74
if this guy,
receiving yards by Eckler, then Washington wins. 74 more.
he didn't get it.
He had 3.
He had 3.
Two. He had 2.
So he
3
got 2.
receptions for
So
2 yards.
that is why, his stat still stands
You're right.
strong.
Yeah.
But I will say this right here.
You hear that? He took up for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Schoonmaker, I like your catching. I love your catching. You are running good routes.
How about his blocking?
Schoonmaker, you cannot block. Please block someone, Schoonmaker.
And this is
please.
This is me
block
being a
someone.
hater. Can I be a hater for a second?
I mean, yeah.
Can I be a hater for a second? You love. He ran straight. He ran straight, and the
Yeah.
guy didn't guard him. Like, I don't know what route that. Like, that's not a. You could go out. You could have scored that touchdown. He
You're
ran
hating.
straight. I'm hating.
Yeah.
I'm hating. The Chin kid. The Chin kid didn't even. He ran straight. I don't know if that's a good route to run,
Right.
but he ran straight and didn't get covered. So his catching, yes. The routes, I don't know about that.
Span 4,
Yeah.
2 for 2. This Schoonmaker was 3 for 4. But on I watched the first half. You had 5 blocks, and they got you 5. They got you 4 times. So your catching is just as bad as your blocking. All right, your catching for as good as you are is your block. That right there wasn't fair to the rest of the offensive line.
2 for 11 on third down for the Cowboys.
And I'm telling you, I was like, oh. And they did the same thing, just took his inside shoulder. 3 times they took his in. I'm like, Schoon, if they got to throw you on the ground, get in front of this guy. If they got to, that wasn't right.
Can we go get us just a team full of Overshowns and Frankie Louvu's? That dude, y'all said it, man.
He was a free agent. We could have got him.
Wow.
He was? Frankie was?
Wow.
Wow.
And Chin.
He was
they got
fun.
both of them from
He
Carolina.
was fun to watch. I know he wreaked havoc all day, but he was fun to watch. And y'all called it out on the show. Y'all were like, hey, watch this guy. This guy's
Football playing
where's
Jesse.
number
He's
4?
a football playing. If you got a single digit,
There you
football
go.
playing Jesse. But yeah, he was available. He was outside.
All right, let's take our next break because I need some off-air conversations and eat some more of these delicious 7-Eleven cookies. When we come back, more football. The final segment of Hanging with the Boys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hangin with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, short week.
Didn't we take it out of Houston? Did Houston lose?
They did lose.
We took it out of
to
them,
Tennessee,
man.
2-8.
We took it out of them, Jesse.
Well,
The Cowboys took it out of them.
Houston lost 2 before the Cowboys too, didn't they?
Yeah.
They lost 2. They thought they got right with us, and then they went
Drug.
back.
Hey, this is drug show trophy.
Yeah.
This coming game. This is the drug show trophy. This coming game.
I heard that there may be something going on with Tommy
DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. I think he has some sort of injury. I don't know if he'll play.
Who's their backup to him?
You talking about the second team
Drew
quarterback?
Lock, who should be playing. Drew
You
Lock.
talking about the second team quarterback who got jumped over?
Yeah. Drew Lock.
Because they're just like,
Drew Lock may be like, man,
we don't want to take a
now
chance.
y'all want me to play?
Drew Lock. Here's one thing I'll tell you about Drew Lock. Drew Lock gonna go out there and the Giants had their star receiver Malik Neighbors. Something about them LSU receivers that they'll get disgruntled on you real quick.
Right.
But Drew Lock, he'll be the one that go out there and be like, listen, Malik, I'm throwing you the ball 17 times. Get ready.
Yeah.
Like Drew Lock he don't give, and this even more, he don't give a darn.
Yeah,
he might be
you
out there
jumped
just
him
like
that, man.
Yeah, he might be like, you know what? I bet Drew Malik Neighbors, let's go. Me and you, let's go out here and just make plays.
just audible out of every run and just
Throw everything to Malik Neighbors. So let's hope.
Screw this.
Let's
this
hope
number one draft.
Yeah,
pick.
let's hope we get Tommy DeVito. Let's hope we get Tommy DeVito, and that we don't have to deal with Drew Lock.
How about Baker Mayfield? Like, you're better than
trolling
that, Baker.
him.
Yeah, trolling Tommy DeVito. Come on, man.
Yeah, you got to troll. That's good. That was good. That's a good troll.
You like that?
I do. And I'm not even like a real Baker fan, but I like a good troll.
You like a good troll?
Yeah, I like a good troll.
Nate likes a good troll now. He knows what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah. I like a good troll.
Man, just think, man, you've been sitting for 8 games, running the scout team, getting a little extra plays, and then they get rid of a guy. Just, hey, you gotta go, Daniels, and you sit there, you smiling, call your girl, hey, it's my time to shine. Hey, DeVito, they reach right over you.
But they probably also said, we are paying you $5 million.
Yeah,
Relax.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Golly.
Hey, Kurt, who were the captains for Washington during the game?
It was our former Cowboys, Dante Fowler, Tyler Biotish, and Iggy.
And Darren Armstrong.
Igbenogany?
Yeah, they were the.
Is that a coach just kind of a tip of the cap, or is that kind of like, hey, y'all didn't want them, we got these guys.
Probably a little bit of both.
A little bit of gamesmanship.
Probably a little bit of both.
A little bit of, hey, here's a bone.
Y'all go ahead
out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I didn't know if that was mind games or if that was respect or.
I just wish I was shocked, and maybe the Commanders are fraudulent. Maybe what we saw coming into this game, and I am happy the Cowboys won. But I say this all the time. I like to believe that I have been around the film room enough in my life to recognize certain things. And everything that made Washington good and competitive, they didn't do. And it wasn't like they got stopped doing it. And maybe this is Jayden Daniels kind of hitting the rookie wall or kind of, the league. Sometimes they, in baseball, you see that pitcher the second or third time around. Now they got the little beat on you. But he missed a lot of throws. I just didn't, for part of it was they got the ball out quick. But the defense up front didn't do what I thought they were going to do, especially with a depleted offensive line for the Cowboys. Washington didn't run the ball like I thought they would. They didn't use Eckler in the screen game and in the passing like I thought they would. Like
did Robinson getting hurt early and then Eckler getting hurt? Did that affect what they were trying to do?
Eckler got hurt like in the third quarter.
Yeah, but Robinson got hurt right out of the.
But he came back. He had the ankle injury. He came back. Like they didn't use Jayden Daniels. They had Jayden Daniels some running game. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't use that.
And they didn't use Terry with Trayvon being out. You said watch out. Trayvon locks him down, but he wasn't even there. And it was strange, man. And it was strange. Again, it reminds me a little bit of that Kellen Moore Philly game. It was like, Kellen Moore, you didn't run Saquon Barkley against us? I was going to ask you, it seems like, to your point with that and with Kellen, like coaches sometimes
outsmart.
Yes, they think we're going to do this. Like the only coach that doesn't really do that is Dan Campbell. He's like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and we do it, and and they're going to know it.
49ers are the same.
We'll throw. You know what? By the way, how sick is ownership right now? Like the 1 year we could probably go get the 49ers. Like we could own them this year, and look what's going on with our team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like you could get them.
But even with Mike McCarthy, he glitches sometime in the red zone or in the fringe red zone because.
Would you say he glitches?
He glitches. Yeah, he has these moments where, okay, you've been getting positive runs going downhill. It's third and short. You're in the red zone.
Don't mention that.
What the hell are you doing? Like you're running the toss with the ball. Like you're running the ball. Like you're giving the running back the ball 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, going east and west. Like is that east and west? Yeah, east and west. What are we doing? Go down. I gotta get 1 yard. I gotta get 2 yards. And you did it multiple times. You did it one time with
CD.
With CD. The other time, I'm like, what? Why are we trying to run this thing towards the sideline when we need to go get 1 yard? Like you've been getting that. You've been having the success rate. So it was just weird. Like again, that whole game had a very, very weird feel to it. And I thought coming out of the third quarter, I was like, oh, okay, they're back on track. All right, they went in the locker room and said, okay, let's run the football. And they did it in the third quarter, and then they got wonky again. It was weird. It was like what was on film the last couple of games. It just that didn't show up in the game. Part of it has to do with some of the Cowboys' resistance, but it was just I was like, this is weird.
I noticed around the NFL that even in our game, the hitting is getting a little more vicious. I've seen some nice hits in these games. Not a lot of them, but like 2 or 3 a game. Like Chin came upon our boy one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, and I saw it just every game where this thing finna get physical, man. People finna make this run to the playoffs.
Well, that's
They
December
trying to make
football.
a
You know that.
statement.
That's late November,
Yeah,
December
they
football
finna-
where you start separating yourself. That's why you always hear coaches and organizations talk about, hey, I want to start peaking around December.
Yes.
I want my team to start doing this in December. I don't want us trying to figure out where we at, what we doing. If we doing this heading into December, because here's what you have. You have the New York Giants, who all but said, see a 2024 season. We on to the draft, right? Like we ain't trying to really win this thing. And you have the really good teams that are saying we need to start pulling away from people. We really need to start having a brand of football that separates us. The weather's getting colder. The race for playoff spots and wild card spots and home field advantages, that race is getting tighter. So to your point, you're starting to see more of that December football, and now you're going to see guys coming out there with a little bit more aggressiveness because I got to start making my way into that conversation of winning the division, first place, home field advantage,
Home field throughout.
all those things I need to start doing a little bit better now. So to your point, that's what that December football brings.
We said all week weird things happen in Washington. That was definitely a weird game.
Weird.
You know what? I missed the last 2 minutes of the game.
Oh, bummer.
I went upstairs. I was going to the gym. I was like, this game's over. Like, I'm going to go upstairs. And then it was like, what just happened? They're tying the game up. And then they missed the field goal. And I was like, the extra point, I was like, oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go change now. And I come back and they scored a touchdown with 4 seconds. I was like, what else did I miss? So I had to go back and watch like the last 2
Your
minutes
boy
of the
number
game.
30, who you can't pronounce his name.
Wanye.
He was mixed up in a lot of good and bad plays yesterday.
Yeah.
Man, what a
Junior.
day. What a game. All right, fellas. Good stuff. I will not be here tomorrow.
Number 11
so
said,
Jesse,
I finally did the right read.
Man.
And you didn't get
I know, right? He was like, hey, come on, dog.
Jesse, you will have to talk about yourself all show tomorrow. I know
You right here.
I won't be here tomorrow.
Kurt right there.
So
You know that ain't no problem.
I had to choose a day to go out of town for work. It was either today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. I wanted to recap the game with y'all, and I sure as hell ain't missing Flavor Drop again. So I was like, Tuesday it is. So y'all have fun. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Keep that glizzy out of your mouth on the camera. I should have. That was
Wow.
That came out really weird.
Just end the show, bro.
It was
all
a
right.
good hot
Thanks,
dog.
Josh and Jazz, for keeping him company.
Once again, it
Isn't it-
turns out to be about him.
I know. It wasn't.
That was
All
wild.
right, I'll see
Thank
y'all
you,
Wednesday.
7-Eleven.
Yes,
wild.
thanks 7-Eleven.
We out. That's wild.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?